What's going on, motherfuckers? How y'all doing? Hi, hello, welcome. Good morning, good evening, good day.
Ah, yes. The smell of proper devotion. Welcome back.
Cumberland Donut.
We've missed you.
Lovely tunes as always, you know it, man. I couldn't play Nier Gestalt the other day and not do Nier Automata for the follow-up, right? That wouldn't be fair. That just wouldn't be cool, man. Look full of energy tonight? Hey, this is what happens when I have regular time off, all right? Just one day off, man. Good, good. I did kind of feel guilty, and I'm like, maybe I could do a painting stream or something, you know? And I'm like, no. After a certain fucking point, you just run out of shit to talk about, right? And run out of the will to talk about it. It's healthy. It's healthy. I just feel pressured because I'm like, I want to do painting streams, I want to do writing streams, I want to do gaming streams, I want to do Age of Empires streams, and also like main game streams, and it feels like there's this never-ending list of shit to get done, but putting more time into getting it done doesn't get it done faster, because it is literally never-ending. The weird one. So sometimes you gotta force yourself to have a little time off so you can bounce back and feel good. And I do feel good. And I'll take tomorrow off, and then I'll feel good the day after as well. Obviously, when there's like big releases, and if I need to do 5 fucking straight days, that's fine, I'll do it. But do it when you gotta, and then relax when you don't. That's the secret, right? That's the secret.
Well, now, here's an old one. Almost.
Oh, and Silv as well, you sick cunt. G'day, mate. Thanks for 63. How are ya? What's going on? Hope you're doing good, man. Thanks, Burbs, as well. And Nova Nax for coming in pre-show. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Just got home from work, ready to kick back, chill out. Nice, dude. My turn. I'll pass the baton. I'm up. Let's go. I had a fucking great night of chilling out last night. Fucking the Age of Empires 4 tournament grand final had just happened, so I caught up on all the games, and it was beautiful. It was incredible. I fell asleep to it the night before and then woke up to catch the rest of them. There were some fucking absolutely out of this world crazy best games I've ever seen games. It didn't really come together in the final games, like, you know. One side started to lose steam and the other one just capitalized on it, but those first few opening bouts were just some of the best I've seen. And I painted just base coating some of these guys. They're looking pretty shiny and awesome. Getting stuff ready for future painting shows. And I got to play a whole shitload of Unicorn Overload. Unicorn Overlord. You know, the game. The game with the title that doesn't have anything to do with the game. Which I hadn't played since I was streaming it like a week and a half ago, I guess. And I was like, oh man, if I don't put a little bit in and try to keep the momentum going, I'm just going to forget about that one. It's going to be another one that falls by the wayside. And it was one of those things where like it took me a few battles. I'm like, yeah, okay, all right. You know.
I remember you. Back from war, are we? Good.
Champion, thanks for 22. Old guy, how are you, mate? What's going on? Yeah, it was one of those things where like it took me a few battles to sort of get back into it, and then all of a sudden something happened, and that let me add something here, and then I changed this around and that around, and all of a sudden I was back in. It was just this addiction to the minutia of changing slight weapons around, armor around, teams around in order to create these really interesting new results. And I smashed out the entirety of the Cornea continent, which I wasn't sure which direction. I was having a bit of analysis paralysis when we were streaming Unicorn Overlord. Like, do I go that way or this way or this way, or do I try and do really hard shit here or whatever? When I'm not streaming, I have a lot less trouble making those decisions. It's more like, just go with the flow. But for some reason, when I'm streaming, it feels very important that we pick the right way or something. I don't know. Whatever. was quite freeing. It was liberating and wicked, and I loved it. And I watched a couple episodes of Westworld as well, which I haven't seen for like a year, and that was great. So yeah, just all in all, fucking, I had a great night. So I'm up now. Holgast, enjoy, mate. I just started my own Dragon's Dogma playthrough. I'm still on a Titan X, so not as pretty, but it does run. No shit. No shit. Still on the same card I was on until last year, man. Fuck yeah. You're due for an upgrade as well, aren't you? Thanks, mate. I hope it's playable. I heard some people saying, at 1080p on a normal size screen, it's pretty good. A lot of the sort of mid to high range PCs that are expecting really good performance because they put down a lot of money to get it and not getting it.
The smell of proper devotion. Welcome back, old friend.
We've missed you. Glorious Tunip, my friend. Oh shoot, I just dismissed Celine after a 21-day journey, and then the stream went live. She's back. Thank you for returning her in a timely fashion. This is very much like a library, yeah? Other people need to have a turn, and if you don't return the bitch on time, then you get your head cut off, yeah. So, not actually like a library at all, now that I think about it. Anyway, not your problem, is it? Glad you had fun with her. Cheers, mate. I have to hit up an inn later and see who had some fun with her yesterday. It's nice for the viewers to have a schedule, some time to work every other day. Yeah, I think it's good if you want to keep up, Mac.
Well, now.
It's much more manageable.
An old one.
I'll stick to it.
Almost as old as me.
I don't mind a few, like the first few days, a big fucking oh my god hype binge, but then we'll try and keep it paced. And that does mean I can do other things in between too, which is good. Doofaroony, what's going on, mate? Thanks for 69 months, dude. I don't normally say much, but this feels like an important milestone. Yeah, I wonder why. Also, could I bother you for your porn code? Absolutely, bro. Are you on Steam? Just add me on Steam. And I'll fucking. What's your Steam name? Or add me. Doofa? No. You haven't added. Add me and I'll just give it. I'll just fucking that way it's easier going forward. You're a triple X cunt, bro. 69 months is the exact month that you're allowed to get me added on Steam. So beautiful, right? Also, I see Plods in there. How have I not? I got to be careful with Steam ads usually, because you run out of. Oh, there's Lightfellow. You run out of space. It's kind of a real problem. Let's go with that for now. Back when I first started streaming, it was this serious thing where I had to have entire streams dedicated to collecting cards. The 3 fucking cards they give you of a set of fucking 5 for every fucking game you play, which you probably never even fucking haven't thought about for like a million years. But if you want to add more people to your fucking friends list, you have to collect those fucking cards. And no shit, back when I was a newer streamer and I was getting used to the whole ad, people adding you, man, it was crazy. And now it's just doing the old confirm doesn't work situation. Cool. Oh, okay. Because the ones that I clicked on, it confirmed. Oh, fucking whatever. Whatever, cunts. I've always liked having a lot of people on Steam because there are so many games you play that have, leaderboards and shit based on, and obviously things like Dragon's Dogma and Dark Souls and whatnot, where there are genuine benefits. Like you feel more like you're connected and community oriented. Like if I'm gonna bump into random pawns in the world walking around the roads, I'd rather it be from a pool of people that I know than randoms where it can be, right? And it can be, which is really fucking cool. But then they bottleneck you on how many friends you can add based on how many fucking cards you've collected, and the whole thing just gets ruined, doesn't it? So, yeah, it's been a problem. Good morning. What level are you? Oh, I don't know. 20? Maybe? 19? I don't know. Something like that. Saw footage of a ship crashed into a bridge. It happened. I thought you were talking about Dragon's Dogma. It happened about 3 hours ago in Baltimore. A ship crashed into a bridge. No shit. What the fuck? That sounds horrible. Jeez. Christ. Major bridge in Baltimore collapsed after a container ship rammed into it. Described the collapse as a mass casualty incident. No fucking shit. Oh. Jesus fucking Christ. That's bizarre. Selene's 19, there you go. That's some fun. Yeah, that's some serious destruction, isn't it? Where's the boat? Oh, is this the ship here? Must be. Slips into the pillar. Fucking knocks it down. That's crazy. Thanks, AK. I don't understand how it hit the bridge. Surely it should have had tugs attached to it. I imagine there will be a thorough investigation, given as many as 20 people could be in the river, along with numerous vehicles and possibly a tractor trailer, or a vehicle as large as a tractor trailer went into the river. Rescuers were searching for survivors. Look at that. That's devastation, man. Yeah, the significant loss of life, but then also loss of economic progress. Like, how many people are not going to be able to get to work? How many companies are not going to be able to function? How long is it going to take to rebuild? What's the total economic damage as well? It's pretty fucking crazy. Left Baltimore, crashed here. Okay. Does that cause is yet to be determined. Port's public and private public terminals handled 847,000 cars in 2023. Okay. Oh shit. Unknown as of yet. Yeah, that's pretty brutal, man. What a fucked up situation. That bridge went down quick too. I imagine the fact that there are only 20 cars on it seems bizarre to me. I would have thought it was packed. A bridge like that takes a long time. Exactly, yeah. And that's to first build, right? To rebuild, you have to clear out all the bullshit. I can't imagine it's a quick and easy process to clear that much debris, and then to produce the materials for it again, and you know, get it all prepped to begin construction. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, it'd be years and years that thing will be out, right? The port will be closed till the bridge is clear. That's another good point too. The massive amount of revenue loss from shipments not being able to come through into the port. Not to mention the load bearing on all the other ports that need to take on that load now. Just a fucking absolute massive clusterfuck. Like, it happened in the middle of the night. True. Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, it was 1:30 a.m. Right. Thank fuck. Or it could have been thousands, right? It's crazy. Can't believe how quick it went down. It wasn't like a little bit. Hit a structure. It looked like the whole thing come down. Like, felt like there were C4 charges on that thing, right? Unreal. Food supply disruption? Yeah, true. The ruin the livelihood of the inhabitants? Yeah, that's just brutal. You reckon 2 years to get that back up? Because traffic in Baltimore was already a joy to drive around. I wonder what it connected. I've never been to Baltimore, although I've watched all of The Wire. So I'm practically an expert. But for other people, what does the bridge connect? Is it just a little fucking industrial island and there's not heaps of traffic on it? Or is it like connecting two very important places together and that bridge is going to fuck shit up? It felt like a domino. Yeah, absolutely. Like the boat hit there and then the bridge here fell first, right? We're on the correct scene. Oh, no, we're not. I'm doing hand motions that you can't see. Bridge here. We're not in the correct scene. I'm an idiot. Sorry. Oh, what a shame. Stellar Booty demo this Friday. They already put it up and then pulled it down, right, Lightfellow? But good call. Remind me, actually. It's not your responsibility to remind me. I'll remind me. I'm not an idiot. But I would love to jump in and Stellar Booty the fuck out of that demo. Because some people have already played it because they downloaded it before it got pulled, right? I get the feeling that's going to be my kind of game, so yeah, I want to get in on that. What a track? Oh yeah. Sorry, Max. Sorry, I fucked up. I'm not as fresh and fruity as I thought I was, apparently. Just pop it in to see what class you were using. I'm off to work, but fucking writing that porn ID down. Yeah, good on you, T-Wolf. Go take the wonderful Celine, aka Landfear, aka the hottest of the Forsaken, out for a spin. She's a sorcerer now, as she was always meant to be. So she's her proper class. Vlad is now a warrior. Getting that two-handed shit going on. He's in his Vlad the Impaler phase, all right, with the big old sword. While I work on unlocking the other three classes and figuring out what they are. I still don't know. Maybe they're in the first game and I should remember. I have no fucking idea what they are, but I know one of them is a physical class of some kind because shields could use it or something. Anyway, I'm very excited to keep progressing, unlock more classes, and figure out exactly what kind of character Vlad's going to end up as. Very exciting. I did warrior, but switched to a class you haven't unlocked yet. Cool, thanks. Awesome. Fuck you. Yeah, probably going to try that one out as well. Seems good. The reason they put the question marks on there, T-Wolf, is because they're hidden, right? I know you're not a car guy, but my little classic Mini I got is equal parts incredible and terrifying. Classic Mini Cooper? What are you talking about here? I don't know if... I don't think you're a car guy either. Because you described it as my little classic Mini. Which is not car guy vernacular, alright? It's alright, T-Wolf. Have a good one. A Mini 1275 GT. Oh, yeah. Was that a Ford? You are stretching my knowledge now. My dad's a car guy. I grew up around them. But, don't have much of a... much of a fascination with them myself. It's beautiful right ahead. Much more of a record guy, that's right. Good on you, mate. Enjoy your car. I thought Mini Cooper as well, but apparently not. Whenever I hear Mini, I assume Mini Cooper, which is why I said it. But apparently a Mini GT, not one I'm familiar with. Nice, Holgast. What's that? I should watch since I'm waiting for Shogun. I'm waiting for Shogun too. Yeah. Although apparently it's got a 99% score on Rotten Tomatoes. According to my TV, anyway. I saw it flick past today. I'm like, 99%? That good? Blue-eyed samurai good? Okay. Leveling other classes for some bonuses for fighter to... I don't know. I can't see... So far, I haven't really seemed to find any way in which I can cross things over. But maybe. Maybe. I'll be looking further into that. Started my very first Dark Arisen playthrough yesterday. Hoping by the time I finish that, 2 will have come down in price and ironed out some issues. Good call, man. Well done. Nice. People like optimizing fun out of their games so much. I wrote about enjoying being a sorcerer, and an acquaintance replied that Thief is better and kills shit quicker. Yeah. Who gives a fuck? I bet that's the kind of person that'll never be a true thief in that game. They're just not paying enough attention and enjoying themselves enough. So becoming a true thief in that game requires a little bit of... well, I mean, you can probably just Google it, I guess. It's probably how they do it. But it requires a little bit of attention to detail and the right, a thief mind. Not just a kill things quick button character. Yeah, Tozy, it's good for that, right? There were several mini manufacturers back in the day. Austin, Leyland, Morris, BMW. Fair enough. There you go. Hey, Fear Baxter, how are you, mate? What's going on, dude? Yeah, Burbler, fair enough.
The smell of proper devotion.
Who's that?
Welcome back,
Marique.
old friend. We've missed you.
My man. Thanks for 41 months, mate. Cheers. How you doing? Good to see you. I tried the Thief and it melted enemies, but it felt so boring compared to being a sorcerer and flooding the world with fire. Fair enough, yeah. Sounds like the Thief might be overtuned, but, yeah. Whatever, if that's what people want. It's a single-player game. Who gives a shit? If the idea, as Lightfellow said, is to play the game in the way that makes it better, and better is defined by kill shit quicker, if that's the goal, you buy a game, you figure out a way to kill shit quicker. Well, you can't help a person like that, can you? If that's why they're buying games, to kill shit quicker, let them kill shit quicker. Me, I'm looking for that immersion, right? Looking for that that experience. Games like Dragon's Dogma always help identify idiots in the gaming community. Already had some players say it should have been more like the masterpiece, Skyrim. Yeah. Yeah. Skyrim's a masterpiece, yeah. Flawless is the first word that comes to mind when I think of Skyrim. Yeah. Beautiful. I hope they add a massive DLC like Dark Arisen. Yeah, God, that was good, wasn't it? Dude, the Bitter Black Isle was my favorite part of Dragon's Dogma by far. I kept going there at different times in the game. So I'd be like level 10, and I'd be like, how far can I get into Bitter Black Isle? How deep can I explore before I come up against something I just have to leave? And how much loot can I collect? Yeah. And every time I come back, every 5 levels or so, maybe 10 levels, whatever, yeah, I'd be like, today, all right, today's the day we're going back into Bitter Black, and we'll get further and further. And it was so insanely difficult to sneak through there, but also very possible, yeah? And some of the fucking amazing shit you come out with well before you were supposed to be able to have it, and some of the amazing experiences, man. Getting chased around by some totally fucking rad shit. Game was off the chain. That DLC was off the chain. But it feels like more like an expansion than a DLC. Not that the semantics really matters, but it's worthy of the title expansion as far as I'm concerned. It expanded upon the game like Old Hunters. And I hope they do it again for this for sure. Switched my pawn to fighter because my current vocation needed a tank pawn. Perfect. Yeah. both the fighter and the warrior, as far as I know, can attract enemies to them. So that'd be great. Yeah. I haven't ever watched Red Line. I feel like I've heard of it though. They're sick, but all the classes seem sick. I'm working for all. Yeah, cool. Yet to see Blue Eye? Oh man, Blue Eye Samurai is some fucking seal of approval shit, dude. Really, it's really got the... It's got my style of interest, I guess. You know, it's profane, it's dirty, it's raw, it's delicious. Really, really sort of out of the mainstream path, I think. Oh yeah, Guts? Which one? That's why Shin was so strong. He was fucking shit up, wasn't he? I wonder if thieves have other uses in your party than just combat, though. Like, can they open locked chests? Can they explore better? Do they have a better sense of direction? Things like that, or are they just a combat class? So I'm not really asking for answers per se. I'm just hypothesizing. Very very interesting how much there still is to sort of wonder and learn with this game, even though it is very similar to the first game. I wonder how much more there is, hidden beneath the surface. Had zero performance issues with this game on PS5? You mean aside from the fact that it's running at 30 frames per second in 2024? Because just so you're aware, running at 30 frames per second is a performance issue for people on PC. So they say, I'm having so many performance issues. I'm only getting 40 FPS or 60 FPS. And you're saying, I'm not having any performance issues at all, zero. But I'm running at the same frame rate as films are shot in, 24. So you are experiencing performance issues, but they aren't a problem for you. So that's good, right? So you're not. Saying I have zero is probably the wrong phrasing. But I'm with you, bro. If it's not a problem for you, fantastic. It's just that, yeah, all the performance issues that people are having on PC, their shit's running better than the PS3. PS4. I'm not having any either. As long as mine's running at 60, I'm fine. And it's almost always above 60, so no issues. Really like Blue Eye Samurai, but it doesn't hold a candle to Shogun? Really? Well, that's very exciting. I'm going to wait till it's finished and then dive in, I think. Or close to finished. Thief's a bit OP, but in a fun way. That's nice. It does look fun to play. I played Thief in the first one. Here for the bombast, that's it. Did you ever fight the UR dragon? I don't think so. I don't know what that is. So, no? And if I did, I wouldn't remember. Probably. So I don't know. Nice fair metal, beautiful. About once a week, I'd do a bit of Black Run to see how far I got with my endgame character, just dicking around. With the endgame character? Okay, shit. I would go in there with a freshie. Well, different points.
Another expletive has returned. Welcome back.
Masa, g'day, mate. Thanks for 5 months. How you going, dude? Good to see you. Cheers. Strangely, I thought I'd hate the Archer, but as it levels, it becomes an interesting playstyle. Cool. Groovy. Excellent. Had a lot of fun with Dragon's Dogma 2 so far from my first playthrough, but sort of got progressively more disappointed the more I played in ways that a nice expansion or update could fix. I'm interested to see your thoughts since you're playing it very differently to me. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, we'll see, won't we? I'm not in any rush to get through it, as usual, but I plan to. Didn't notice it's at 30? Exactly. I would normally play on PC. I can tell low FPS normally, like with Bloodborne. I genuinely didn't realize it was 30. Yeah, apparently it's uncapped and it hovers around 30 and 31 FPS. Yeah, that's what the developers said anyway. But I haven't confirmed it myself. Is anyone else playing on PlayStation? It's a really interesting thought process. Like, you're not experiencing technical difficulties because you don't notice the frame rate, you know, and that's great. I wish, honestly, for a very long time, I was that way. Back when Bloodborne came out, I didn't even know it was in 30. For a long time, those kinds of games didn't feel 30 or 60 to me. They just felt normal. It wasn't until I started playing more shit on PC that it really started to, like, I'm playing both on PC. And then I did things like I played Prey on console, no, on PC, and then I tried to play the DLC on console because it was on sale, and then the 30 FPS just felt really awkward. But I'd already experienced it at a higher FPS, so maybe I'd get used to it if I kept playing it again, you know. But it threw me off. Nice, Nova, perfect, thank you. 6 out of 10, love it. Was an optional boss in Dragon's Dogma 1 that tied its health to other players online, like a single-player raid boss. Okay, rad. I don't know if I thought that. No idea why people are saying it's 30. Apparently the developers did. That's why. Should be getting better PC ports. Agreed. But they're also doing a lot. I don't know if the issue is this was a PC port problem. You know, because if it was like it's porting from current generation consoles that can't run it at higher than 30 FPS. So I don't think it's a port issue. I think it's a technology issue and an optimization issue, which is to say that as a new developer or as a developer starting a new game 3 odd years ago, there are a lot of new toys to play with the engines that you're being asked to build with. And I think this would be built in the RE engine, for example. And there's these ocular occlusions and ray tracings and particle densities and things that, from a CPU perspective, allow you to track different items across the world and at what position they are in on a timeline, you know, how old certain things are, how much damage certain things have taken. Like, I got 2 griffins in my game right now that are at different HP values and they've both flown away. But if I go and chase them down, will it maintain the damage that they've had up to a certain point, et cetera, et cetera? I think there's a lot of techs and things that the game needs to do, and it's not optimized. And it's not optimized because it was released well before it was ready, is more likely. But these days, when it comes to publishing anyway, you can release the game in this condition and start generating a return on the investment that you've put in. And over time, continue to patch it to be better and better. And most of the time, that will work out really well. People will look back and go, yeah, it was pretty rough at launch, but it's come good now. I don't look back at Cyberpunk and think, what a disgusting piece of fucking filth. How dare they fucking launch it in that fucking state. Cyberpunk's the worst example because they said they'll release it when they're ready, and they didn't release it when it was ready. But most of the time it works out better for publishers to do it that way rather than spend another 2 years in development, not getting a return on investment, pissing your shareholders off, and then launching a game that is well optimized, but now feels well older than the current generation of technology.
He is an old one. Almost as old as me.
Adon! 83! Going on, brother. Thank you very much, man. Cheers. So yeah, I don't necessarily fucking it's the first open world in the RE engine. They managed to make it very similar to the original Dragon's Dogma as well. So I don't know how that works. Like, it feels like it's got a lot of the same problems as the original Dragon's Dogma. I don't know how much that ports over or whatever, but I'm playing on PS5 and I didn't notice the frames. It feels fine to me. Go fucking figure. On PS5, it's a steady 30. So after 10 minutes, you don't notice anything. There you go. Goes up to 50 if you look at the sky. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just lock it at 30. Probably would have been better. The 100% 30, my housemate's playing on PS5 while on PC. So you can definitely feel the contrast, yep. Mm. How many rotten scrags am I holding? Yeah. 2 more years in the oven for gameplay as well. It's all very impressive when mechanics are introduced, but then they kind of just fizzle out. We'll get to those sorts of conversations a little bit later. I actually think I'm just going to get into stuff. Now, we've been talking about it for so long. I want to play. I didn't get to play yesterday. It wasn't difficult for me to not play yesterday, like to take the day off. And not think about Dragon's Dogma. I thought it was going to be a problem, but it wasn't. Sort of got sucked back into Unicorn Overlord, and everything was fine. But now that it's here and I can play, I'm kind of gagging. So I'm going in. 30 FPS is fine to look at, but the input lag is awful. Yeah, I think that really depends on the kind of game you're playing, Tony. Like this game can be played quite slowly. Wait, which monitor? First it loaded up on this monitor, then it loaded up on this monitor, then it came back to this monitor, but it's at windowed size. I mean, this isn't a porting issue. This is optimization. Oh, and now we're going full screen. It just makes it up as it fucking goes, doesn't it? Unbelievable. Yeah, but why does it switch between monitors? What's it doing? It's doing some weird calculations in the background, I'm telling you. Yeah, it depends on the game, I think. Things like Bloodborne don't bother me too much because I play them very slowly. And games like this, I'm doing a lot more walking than I am running, you know? And the combat is pretty fast-paced, but it's not Devil May Cry. It's not Gran Turismo fast-paced. So the frame rate doesn't bother me as much, and I don't think it would worry me as much as a lot of other games would at 30. I'm walking slowly, drinking in the environment, the way that I play this shit. So Dark Souls frame rates have never been a problem for me either. But when I play Devil May Cry, yeah, and on Bayonetta on the Switch, I mean, I noticed that shit. Red Dead Redemption 2, 30 FPS, well done. Absolutely. Well said. I played that whole fucking game for probably 250 hours in 30 FPS and never bothered me once. Higher FPS means less latency. Are we talking about actual input delay here? As in, when you press a button, how long until you see it on the screen happen? I'm not sure how much of an impact FPS has on input latency. I think it's not loading user settings until it's done preload scenes. That would make sense. Port prioritization if you have multiple ports plugged in. Well, I do, I guess, but because I have multiple monitors plugged in. But why would it pick? I've got 3 plugged into this computer. Why would it pick this one, then back to this one though? To trying them all out? Which one it likes best? And what other game does that? Something to do with the engine. Monster culling. You've been given 3 tasks. Cull the goblins at the mine. Yep. Help the soldiers. We did that.
We'll want to make it over there. But how to close the distance? If only we had a harpy snare smoke beacon to hand. We could lure a harpy here.
Why would we want to do that? That seems such a strange thing to say. Alright, so I need to go back to town, but I'm not going to because I got attacked by a griffin. And then I attacked another griffin with this. Both of those griffins flew that way, and I need to know for my own fucking knowledge bank. Where did those griffins go? Why did they go that way? And how long does it take them to heal? Is this kind of a they get out of range and their health goes back up thing? Or do they keep the fucking damage and they go, you know, back to their nest to try and heal up Monster Hunter style?
Journey worthwhile.
So
Perhaps we might take a moment to savor the scene.
perhaps we might shut the fuck up and let
There's
the
no
boss
great shock to
speak.
me.
Or perhaps not. You fucking dogs. Yeah, so I'm gonna go on a bit of a journey for knowledge.
Am I the first to...
Problem is, once we get over that way, there's 2 more quests over that way, and I'm gonna want to get those done. Oh, that was the other thing we're focusing on, man. There's things going on. I have to kill a Cyclops. I got 2 pawns with me. One's offering 9,000. The other one's offering 7,500 for a Cyclops kill. How's that? That's a cool fucking... I got 16K coming at me for a Cyclops kill, man. That covers a lot of the armor that I purchased for this class that I might not stay with. I'm pretty fucking pumped about that. The sidetracking spiral, that's what's going on. That's what's happening. That's what it's all about. If you're not doing that in an open world game, I don't understand the point of playing them. I think it's also a game people love to hate now until the next comes out. Which one? This one? I guess it depends on the people. I haven't really heard anyone hating on it. I've got a few people that I'm friends with, like Lightfellow and Scotsman, that are very principled people that will absolutely stay away from this, or at least want to, because of the egregious nature of the microtransactions and the pathetic and abysmal optimization, and just the industry itself, you know, being what it is, and Capcom not only living up to that very limited example of what the industry's worst is, but also attempting to make it even worse by adding more shit to the pile. And there are a lot of really fucking disgusting problems with this game that need to be addressed. So I don't know, but hating it, that's a bit hard, because there's also a lot to love, you know. Yeah, Lightfell, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. You're a good one to follow, mate. You got good tweets. Accidentally sold a quest item and had to spend the rest of the night grinding to rebuy it. 10 out of 10? Fuck yeah, dude. Love it. Absolutely. That's good gaming, right? That's really good gaming. There's a lot of brilliant ideas hidden away in here that I think don't always come to the surface immediately. I think we went to a little town earlier, yesterday, or last stream, and I had one of, I reckon, the cool video game moments in a long time. Maybe maybe in the top 10, top 20 coolest of all time for me. Like, it was a game really, in an old school kind of way, testing you, yeah, and fucking with the complacency that you've been allowed to form because of the way video games have been treating you like a fucking moron. Basically, just like, without spoiling anything for anyone, missable shit, yeah? Not you follow a fucking, you know, quest marker somewhere and get a thing done, but actual genuine missable shit, and sort of throwing you off the scent as well, so that you do miss it unless you pay attention. Not only does it make me feel super clever about not missing it, but which is a great feeling, but it also makes me feel really pretentiously better than, for all the little morons, the shit kickers that'll have no idea it ever exists until they fucking find out on the internet. Just beautiful, beautiful. You get so rarely do you get those moments in video games now where you can reinforce your superiority complex in a genuine, meaningful way. And well, I just relish those moments personally. So yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2, 10 out of 10. That's what I'm saying. People complaining on the subreddit about a different thing every day. Oh, on Reddit? Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Notice we've all got different vocations.
I think people make the mistake of confusing people with people on Reddit.
Hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none.
I'll just shut this bitch up soon, huh? Yeah, people on Reddit aren't real people. I think that one's already dead. Boom.
You cannot be too careful.
Itsuno's version of Dragon's Dogma is shining straight through with this game. That's what you want. I'm ready. You're not on the game.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin
It's Reddit attracts a certain kind of person for a certain kind of reason. But thinking that they constitute what people think is, well, that's been debunked a long time ago. That was a fucking amazing attack. Drop down, grab, stuck on my sword, and flicked it off. That was beautiful. Hey, Ace. Yeah. Vlad's going through some different phases, you know, on his way to his impaling phase, it would appear. And, you know, I want to experiment with the different classes and the ways that they interface with each other, you know. So the only way to do that is to continue to roll around the classes. So here we are, rolling around the classes. Alright, I gotta keep going this way. Find where these griffins went. You know what I might do too? What I might do for now, but I gotta remember to be careful because anything that I... What's that, a modest camping kit? Give to Dandy. Anything I put on these characters because I don't want to carry it and I want to lower my weight can be lost if those pawns die or I forget to take it off when they leave. What's that? 10 kilos, 20, 2. Ooh, jail key, that's right. 0.5. Just really a bunch of materials, huh? These are all heals and potions and foods. I guess I could start this. Is there any? Yes, please.
Someone has conscripted new voters for the next execution.
Wonderful. Do that then. Light fellow. Gonna sub to Charlie. That's fucking nice of you, mate. Charlie, welcome back for 32 fucking months at that. Not fucking around numbers, I like to say. You're a champion. Cheers, mate. Give to this one. And maybe Celine can hold on to some of my oils. Although she's pretty close to filling up now, so let's be careful there. I'll give Elkie these arrows as well, because I'm not going to fucking use them, am I? And then we're down to average. And then maybe I can give Dandy some crafting mats. Just so that I'm carrying a little bit less. And can pick up a bit more. And if I end up losing some shit, that's fine. But we're on the hunt for a griffin. I can't be fucking dicking around, you know? There's a time limit here. Not sure if I know what's up that way. If I was hunting that Cyclops, that's exactly where I'd be going. That's where my gut tells me. But I gotta find these griffins. I know which direction they flew in. I also know.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but
That's
some
not fair.
masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after
Yeah, that
I
was
did
good.
not play service.
Cleaned him up.
Be sure to keep that in mind.
Crunk. Nice. The gold. You got him. Nice. Cool. Keep moving. I did see a griffin earlier in the game when I was up this way somewhere. So, you know, it could be where the griffin's nest or something. Ooh, that was almost bad, wasn't it? Okay, so we're heading in this direction. I don't want to rest at a camp or anything. I don't want time to pass. Yoink. Stream is choppy? Oh no! What does that mean? Stream is choppy? Just the game or the camera as well? And is anybody else experiencing choppy stream action of any variety? Reminds you of Fable a bit. In what way? Very choppy. Oh, I see. It just took forever to actually to say it was dropping frame. It should be at 8,000 kbs. It was down to like 700, but it was still green. OBS was just having a moment. The quality keeps dropping and play free. It's called dropping frames. How the fuck have I been doing this for 11 years? You don't know what frame drops look like. Are you crazy? Game is choppy. It's frame drops. Has it been so fucking long since we've actually had frame drops? This new generation of Twitch don't know what frame drops are. God, we've got it good these days. I'm telling you. There was a time where you didn't have a day that didn't have this. All right. Let's start with this. Thought it was my shit internet. Yeah, fair. I just never know. Normally, like, there is a little tiny little red marker to say, hey, you know, your frame's dropping, but it hadn't caught up yet. OBS is just a piece of shit. OBS is one of those products that people were like, we need to have this. 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 And it went from this beautiful, simple, streamlined piece of software that you could add a few things onto if you needed to do anything creative, to a bloated fucking mess of shit. Every fucking update adding some more fucking shit from some fucking corporation that now pays for it or whatever. It's a mess. It's a mess, mate. I'm gonna roll back to fucking 10 years ago, I think. So, as to what's going on, I don't know. Either the internet's being a piece of shit, or the Twitch server's being a piece of shit. Something's being a piece of shit. One of those days. Just having a little peek here. Yeah, speed test is suggesting that my down speed at the moment is about 4 meg. So I'm thinking we got internet problems. Upload, however, is all the way up at 8, which is where it needs to be. Bizarre. 3.8 down, 8.9 up. That doesn't seem right, does it? In my opinion, the bitrate seems worse than before. Because I lowered it from 7,500 to 500 so that it would stop dropping frames. What the fuck you think I'm sitting here looking at the map for? I'm not playing. You're an astute fucking observer, aren't you, Grumpy? Not choppy anymore, you might have noticed. There's a need in the billion-dollar streaming market. Yeah, yeah. There's a need, offsuit. The light went out on the ship before hitting the bridge, indicating loss of power. Probably a chain of technical issues. Right. That ship crash was crazy, huh? Knocked the internet out all the way over in Australia. Okay, let me just bring it up again and see if it was just a little hiccup. Very weird. Seems like 2010 internet, 30 quid a month for 1,100 for UK. For UK, for the entire fucking continent. For the whole island. You're fucking kidding me, are you? Sometimes people, man, they just speak. There was never any fucking chance of them thinking about what came out, you know? Fucking cunts out there in a lighthouse with fucking 1,100. In Irish, it's my island. Yeah. Sounds about right. I happen to live in an area with particularly shit fucking internet in this particular part of this particular area, which I didn't know about when I moved here and bought a house here. It's one of those, a few streets over, it's fine. Oh, yeah, no. Thought I got it going then, but no, it's bouncing around like crazy. Let's bring it down to that and see what happens. Yeah, and they said when I moved in, the tech said just wait a year, and it'll be fixed. And then the government said that in November last year they were going to be putting a new line in. I think now they're saying end of this year or something. It's just one of those things. The good news is, more often than not, I don't have these problems. That looks good again. Well, it's a still image. I put it at 2K, it'll look good. Map looks amazing. Nothing like the GPS maps. Agreed. There is a GPS map, although I don't look at it. That should bring it up. Okay. Unfortunately, 5,500 is about the best bitrate I can handle at the moment. We'll just in 20 minutes or so, I'll bump it up again and see what happens. Usually when this kind of a problem happens, you can't even get it anywhere near that high, so it's not the end of the world, but it's going to look pretty shit the more I move around. So I'll just try and, I'll try and keep it pretty stable for you. I'm all turned around now, yeah. I know it. Oh, fair enough, fair, yeah. 50 down for free, but I decided to pay for 600 down. 50 down for free, huh? Got better internet than I get. And I pay fucking 80 bucks a month or something. You get it for free. Right. I was considering it. Ah. Nice. What the G? It should be that one. Player stats saying a stream is 50, but yeah, it's because I'm using a routing system to send streams to YouTube as well. As we were just saying, I have such terrible fucking internet that the idea of streaming both to Twitch and to YouTube simultaneously isn't possible for me because you'd need double the upload in order to do that, and I barely have enough to do one stream. However, if you stream one to the Vault, Commander Root's Vault,
I don't know about you,
he
Master,
separates
but
it out.
I'm worn out. Mightn't we
Two.
have a rest before pressing on?
Which is nice. But it does say that it's at 48, which is, I don't know, something to do with the system. It's not, obviously, but but it says that. And g'day, Taunus, how are you, man? I'm glad you're playing Unicorn Overlord. I've been thinking a lot about you playing that today. There seem to be so many points in that game where it's like, can I do whatever I want? And you're the kind of cunt that would be like, I'll do it. I'll do everything. So I'm very excited to watch you play. What was I going? Oh, execution. Right. Cool. Let's go. Morning, Vulpin. How are you, mate? I saw you on Twitch. Whoa. That was all fun. Oh, sorry. Someone must have did a funny execution. Haha. Try it again. Now we're dropping frames again. There we go. All right, now where were we, ladies and gentlemen? Kodak. Yeah, okay. Playing the game, that's the meta. Yeah. I don't know. I can't. I'm looking through this and I can't find a specific thing that would make me vote we. And yet, having spoken to this person multiple times in the last 10 minutes, I would definitely vote we. So, more of a vibe execution, I think, for me. What about you? Doesn't look like it's gonna go any other direction than down.
Shame.
Kodak, unfortunately, the general vibe is that you're a bit of a wanker and nobody wants to hear you speak anymore. Except for now. One last time. Right before we cut your fucking head off for good. So, last words. Let's go. Hurry the fuck up. TikTok. I have survived execution already. Doesn't make me immune. In old times, if you survived hanging, you got let go and a royal pardon. Not around here, motherfucker! Trying to get us on a technicality.
Ah, yes. The smell of proper devotion. Welcome back,
Kurtman!
old friend.
What's that? Oh, 26. What's going on, man? Welcome back, dude. Thank you very much. Good to see you. How's life? Weak last words? Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, around here, they were above average, to be honest.
Someone has conscripted new folk.
They were actually formulated sentences in there.
Wonderful.
Half the people we execute are barely capable of grunting out more than, say, like, I don't know, a boar or something would. Like, literally. If there were boar in the jungles, in the woods right now, that could croak out
Rejoice,
better last words
fellow
without a
expletives,
fucking...
for one of our
Okay, yeah, okay, fair enough. He spelt parlay wrong, but I mean, you know.
Take up arms, warrior. The battle rages.
Pain. I'm finally old enough to go see Terminator 2. Oh, baby. 12 fucking months. Look at that. You're a champion, mate. Thanks for everything. Executioner.
Someone has conscripted new
Happy
focus
hunting.
for the next execution.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Unsayin has gifted Desmond Quaid their 8-month subscription. And, of course, the wonderful Solid Black for 54 fucking months. Look, of course.
Well now, here's an old
Can't go a day around here without a sub.
almost as old as me.
Not for someone like you, Mark. Wheeze, thank you for 52 months. Hey, look at you go. Almost as old as me. Thanks, my love. Cheers. Selene, get any good loot from other people? How would I know? You gotta go to an inn for that shit. Excessive censorship. When the fuck do you get to go to one of those? What kind of fucking relaxing fucking stroll are your characters going on? Jesus Christ. I'm on a fucking mission, mate. A mission that never ends, okay? Good on you, mate. Good on you. It's very difficult for some to make that face hole blurt something meaningful while the butthole is secreting onto oneself. That's a good point. Absolutely. Shitting on themselves. All right. Sorry about the frame rate. The bit rate. Things probably don't look quite as crisp as usual, but I hope it's not super noticeable for most of you. Shit! All right, bitch. I'm holding the wrong button. My bad. I was trying to do cool things. Oh, they're both dead.
Exemplary performance.
That was pretty exemplary. I'm happy with
It was
that.
enough to make one pity our foe.
Well now,
That's the mines down there.
here's an old one. Almost as old as me.
Shepherd's Lie. My brother. Thanks for 67 months, mate. What's going on, cunt? Good to see ya. Nope. Denied. There. This griffin has full health. You're fucking me, are you? I swung that at the last second. You're lucky, cunt. Okay, so I nearly killed one griffin. It flew away. I found another griffin immediately after, out in the fucking wheat fields, and I shot it with a ballista, and it ran away. And now I run into the direction where those two griffins both flew, and I find a third one at full health. This is odd. I'm not getting good vibes. Just want to put that out there. Rather watch a shit bitrate stream than... No, I didn't say it was fucking shit. I said it was a bit fucking worse than fucking usual. Where fucking get fucking shit from? You take that bit back about our fucking kids. We both have this thing, getting distracted by all sorts of things, and then... Oh, shiny! Yeah, dude, these games are bad for me. Nah, it's shit. Fuck. What a cunt. What a fucking cunt. That's not what I wanted to do. I don't know. I just typed in. That's how vain I am. Like the first thing I type in when my brain turns off is my own channel. That's just what I usually have to type in it? Let me just do another speed test. Yeah, my down speed's at like 5, man. No, you're not downloading. I'll take the PS5 out of rest mode just in case. This map looks handcrafted. And it's beautiful. Third time's a charm? Well, yeah, but where are the other 2 fucking griffins? Oh, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Almost killed one, but right at the end it went for a dive into the brine. Cocksuckers, man. Yeah, these griffins seem rough. Got a side quest that relied on me using my head and not following the marker. Every other quest has a fucking little mark saying shit was somewhere. Not so in this, and I found the cunt. Feels good to know I'm not a brainless fuckhead without the neon markers and light. Maybe you don't even need them at all, Simmons. Maybe it's time to give them up. Stop being a bitch. As far as I know, Windows updates wouldn't be going without my express permission. Windows is not the kind of operating system that would take control of your day and not give you an opportunity to set a schedule or something, right? No, that doesn't sound very much like Windows. They don't force things upon you. They're polite and welcoming. Come on, cunt. Don't be a dick. 1.8 download right now. And a 3 as well. All right, cunts. All right, cunts. Got to bring this bit rate down even further, which means we gotta stop playing Dragon's Dogma. I'm afraid. I'm very sorry. But it's going even further. I don't know what's happening with the fucking internet. I will endeavor to check a few things. Oops. I'm not sure why there's a Predator thing on the screen right now, but go with it. No emails from my service provider. Can't open my email to find out if there was. We aren't aware of any outages at the moment. Oh, good. And 13th of March was the last network maintenance. Check through NBN as well. Current NBN network status. No outages detected. You're in Melbourne? My internet stuff too. Lots of stuttering. Is it? Yeah. Well, I'm not in Melbourne. I'm about 4 hours out of Melbourne. But I'm in Victoria. So it could be statewide. Something's definitely wrong there. If I do test my net, this usually gives me much more specific results, but I don't know if it's safe to show on stream. I think it is. Do a combined. Yeah, this one doesn't. Sometimes the other one shows off all this other information. I don't think this one does. Downloading 85 meg. It's fucked. Completely done. Fair enough, Heafy. Fair enough. You survived an execution last time. You should try Starlink. It's brilliant. You crazy? Matilda? You crazy? For streaming? Goodness. Imagine if I went and did that. Imagine if just based on your recommendation, I was like, yeah, nah, fuck it. Matilda said it's good. For streaming. With the ping of going up to a satellite and then back down to another server. And for gaming, yeah. Yep, I stream with it. It's impossible to stream with it. Are you fucking crazy? What bitrate are you streaming at? Are you nuts? There's no way. My ping right now is 20. Starlink's good if you live, you know, in the bush. But you're saying I've got 11 and 5, which means it is massively fluctuating right now. Something's very wrong. Something is very fucking wrong. So we're just going to have to chill. As good as my computer will allow. Look, no offense, but I get the feeling that we run a different kind of production. When you say mine is 35, and I say what bit rate are you streaming at, and you say mine is 35, I just don't think we're operating on the same level of professional thingery. Professional thingery. I'm gonna land on that. 150 down, 15 up, and 45 ping. Yeah, what? Right. That seems pretty good for Starlink. I'm not gonna lie. Starlink's average ping is usually considerably higher than that. What about dropouts? 150. That's not too bad. Maybe it is getting better. It's very expensive, but Sun's PC, maybe. What if I'm being a mind saver? Yeah. I'm through cables and I'm running 20. 100 plus in certain remote locations. What about dropouts? Or you have no obstructions and dropouts are minimal. It dropouts a few times an hour. But only lasts for 2 to 15 seconds. Mostly play online games and I've never been dropped from a match. Okay. I only have 3 dropouts due to obstructions. Most of my dropouts are due to no signal received. That's what I'm afraid of more than anything else. Maybe the technology is getting better. I mean, I still wouldn't do it because I can pay. I think they wanted 11,000 to get a line to this house for like a fiber to the premises line. I would just do that. I own the house. I had already quoted and pre-booked that. I had to call up and cancel once the tech was like, don't pay 11 grand. It'll be done within a year. You'll have it for free. Like, oh, okay. Oh, I'll do that. I had a feeling that might not be completely accurate, and yet here we fucking are. I should have got the cunt's address. Morning, Kados. How are you, man? My Starlink ping is around 120. Fucking hell. See, that would kill me. Almost never drops out. My ping's usually steady. It's not too bad. From what I know, latency on Starlink can have large swings at the moment. If it's your only option, it's nice to have the option. Oh, absolutely. Dude, if I wanted to fucking get a van and drive around Australia and stream my ass off at every place that I fucking, at every campsite along the way, I would have a Starlink set up on my fucking van. And don't you fucking worry. I've considered it. I reckon traveling around this country would probably be the best way to enjoy it. And being able to stream the whole fucking thing, campsite to campsite, man, that sounds like a fucking great way to spend a year or so once I've had too much of this, staying in one spot. I've never been much of a stay in one spot kind of person my whole life. But, I had a kid, didn't I? And now I bought a house. And I'm staying the fucking one spot. But that's because I got a kid in school and shit, There will come a time. Not so long in the future, because that kid that was a baby 5 minutes ago is almost fucking 8 now. There will come a time where I want to go and do shit again, and I feel like that'd be a really fucking cool thing to do. Fuck yeah, Brucey. You have to meet up with me, bro. Go for a cruise. Anyway, Starlink. I'm in, right? Or if I wanted to buy land, because I'm 4 hours out of Melbourne now, I'm quite rural, but nowhere near rural. But if I wanted to go rural, and one of the big issues is how do you get fucking good internet out there? Starlink's fucking amazing. I got a couple of mates gaming on Starlink, Tasmania and Darwin. Both have some dropouts with trees blocking, then mounted it to the roof and 100% uptime, or at least not noticeable. Yeah, nice. Does a little scan to identify obstructions. Sick. Yeah, look, it sounds awesome, but I'm living in a house. I got a fucking cable running to a node. They're gonna be upgrading it to cable running directly to the premises soon. And if I wanted to, 11 grand, and I could have that done within 6 months. And that's the thing, Matilda. Like, seriously? This is the first time I've had frame drops in months. I just don't have this problem anymore. And I'm an old school streamer. I'm from back in the days where you had this every single fucking day. Every day. Everybody did. Frame drops were just a huge part of this fucking gig, man. There were some cunts living in Washington with Google Fiber 10 years ago that were doing great. But even then, the ingest server going to Twitch was a huge problem. If you weren't partnered, nobody had transcode options. And then that was a whole time on Twitch, right? Where I was living in Europe. And I could push 8K bitrate like I do now, but I couldn't. Because none of the people watching my fucking channel could see 8K bitrate. Yeah? They couldn't like decode it or whatever the fuck, right? So you had to get transcode options, and they didn't offer them to people who weren't partners. And getting a sub button and being a partner weren't the same thing either. They were two independent things. So actually getting transcoding for your channel was a huge deal. And when I did, I moved back to Australia, and then I had the opposite problem. I had 500 kilobytes. But for a long time, that was a huge problem too. Even if you had great internet, streaming on Twitch, you still couldn't do it. And then the Twitch servers themselves, there was only a couple. They always drop frame. This was a huge problem. But for now, like having one show where like the internet hasn't even gone down, it's just shit. I'm not worried. If it was every day, or every week, yeah, this would be a problem. Can't remember the last time your stream sputtered like this, if at all. Exactly. It's been awesome for ages. No wuckers. No wuckers at all. Starlink sounds like it works, but also fuck Elon. Oh, I mean, fuck Elon, but what the fuck's Elon got to do with Starlink, right? Elon's just a face, man. fucking does some business deals and whatnot. I think the cunt's a wanker as well. But Starlink is a company, and all of the technology that's been developed and improved upon over the years, those motherfuckers know what they're doing, right? I got nothing against them. They're doing good shit. They're actually bringing reasonably good quality internet to most fucking people in the planet in regions that just wasn't possible before, which has a pretty profound impact on how you live your life moving forward. Because up until recently, you couldn't move to certain places in this world because you couldn't get the good enough internet to do it, right? And I'm talking specifically for people who work online. There are so many places now where if you've got Starlink, you can be like, fuck yeah, I'm going to go and set up in a hut on a beach on an island in Cambodia. And it's going to cost me about $20 a month to live, yeah? And I'm going to eat good, and I'm going to be drunk pretty much every day. And I'm just going to write some shit on the internet. I'm a fucking, whether it's some data entry or whether it's writing articles or whatever the fuck dog shit fucking job that pays you nothing, you know? But you only got to do it for a couple hours a day, and the rest of the day you fucking live in a hut on a beach. And you can because of Starlink and other shit, right? Like, as we get older, just as you get older, the amount of ideas that you'll have, whether you have a family or you start looking at buying a house, you can expand now. It's not just I have to live in the city because there's work right there, or I have to live in the suburbs because it has train stations and traffic routes that allow me to get to work and get to school and get things done easier. Now we can actually start thinking about moving further out and still stay connected to the world. And that, I think, for a lot of people is a pretty big fucking deal, man. It's pretty huge. Fuck Elon, right? But Starlink's sick. And yeah, that sort of knock-on effect that they're going to have with how people structure their lives is pretty huge, pretty fucking sick. My wife works at home as well. She works in insurance, so helping people determine whether or not their insurance claims are valid. And she can do it anywhere. So at any point we want to, we can pick up our fucking life and go wherever the fuck we want, and still work and still get paid. And without Starlink, it just wouldn't be possible. Yeah, fuck Elon, but SpaceX is sick too. Dude, they got rockets that are landing now, man. They rockets that go up and come back down and land. Fuck those fucking sick cunt motherfuckers. Awesome. Great cunts doing great fucking shit. I'm all about it. But yeah. What I know of Elon Musk, he seems like a bit of a fucking twat. Honestly, I didn't mind the cunt until the Dogecoin started, and I was like, oh, okay, no, I see now. You're one of them. I'm out. Musk owns them both. Yeah, and Twitter, and fucking probably 5,000 other fucking things. Biggest problem with Musk, I think, is just how right wing he is. Like a lot of the stuff that he tweets and pushes is really unverified. And I'm not a left wing cunt, right? Most of the lefties make me fucking sick. I can't handle the fucking cunts. But I'm certainly not a fucking right wing cunt, because most of those cunts make you physically fucking ill, you know? Fucking rootin' tootin' gun shooting fucking cowboy motherfuckers that'd burn half of the fucking world. If it got their fucking way. I can't be associating with those cunts either. But most of the left cunts just make me want to fucking gag too. So I mean, stuck in the middle, right? Me and Elvis fucking Presley. I don't know how to reconcile that. When I see some of the shit that Musk sort of like ignites and pushes, it's like this is some cockamamie, unfucking verified, fucking inflammatory shit. And it's dangerous, especially when you've got the reach that you have. It's going to lead to some pretty fucked up circumstances, I think. Same clowns, different circus. It certainly feels that way, doesn't it? I can't handle any of it. Middle's filled with some dumb cunts too. Yeah, but you know what? Probably. Probably fucking. I don't know how many other middles there are. Dumb cunts everywhere. Blocked Musk on Twitter. I can't handle his bullshit. Yeah, I think, mate. I don't block people on Twitter. And I only ever have Twitter on on following, not on for you. So I do get retweets from people that I follow, but honestly, not too many. My Twitter has been pretty good lately, except for the replies. you can't look at replies and comments anymore because it's all people who paid to get their shit at the top. That's a pretty big fucking issue. But look, I follow Elon Musk because I want to know what kind of shit he's saying. I follow some other people that I want to know what kind of shit they're saying too. I don't just follow people I want to hear from, per se.
Welcome back.
That's how I know that some of the shit he's saying is a bit fucking worrying. For example, Gaboon. Thanks for 8 months, mate. Cheers. The COVID shit. Elon was huge anti-COVID, you know? And that worries me. Philanthropist billionaires that are pushing out and spouting out a bunch of fucking unfounded, unfucking documented bullshit that goes against what every government and every medical fucking professional across the world, and I don't mean every, because of course there are a bunch of people out there that are certainly anti-COVID and they work in the medical industry, but the very, very, very vast majority of doctors and nurses and medical professionals were of the opinion that we need to get cunts vaccinated. And we need to get cunts vaccinated quickly, yeah? And are there pharmaceutical companies on the take, blah, 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 blue? Yeah, sure, absolutely. But we couldn't stay locked up forever, and I'm pretty sure Elon was pretty anti-lock-in as well, which basically meant he was pretty pro-cull the old, cull the sick, and cull the weak, which is how the whole COVID situation kind of ended up, didn't it? It was over here anyway. It was very much, okay, look, we can't lock ourselves down forever. So we have to open up, and the people who get COVID and do not have an immune system to support life after that can get fucked and die. Cull small businesses. Yeah, well, that was one of the pros, wasn't it? Like, yeah, did a lot of small businesses succumb because of COVID? Absolutely. Were they going to succumb anyway? Absolutely. If you couldn't survive with all the government handouts that were going around for that, then you were struggling, right? You were struggling against inflation, struggling against capitalism, and struggling against the world. You were fucked anyway, and this is just COVID just sped it up. Same philosophy as suicides, which was another big anti-COVID perspective, I thought, as well. That COVID was forcing people to stay indoors and ruining their social lives and causing suicides. And my argument would be those cunts were on the fucking way out anyway, and this just helped them along. Yeah? But we'll never know. What I do know, though, for a fact, is that people who went outside could catch and spread COVID, and did catch and spread COVID. And the numbers didn't lie there. Yeah? COVID was spreading like fucking wildfire, especially once things opened back up. And what I know for a fact is a lot of fucking people were catching it and dying. And what I do know for a fact is those deaths were absolutely 100% preventable. There's no reason why they needed to die at all. That's some pretty horrible shit. And people like Elon were pushing against that. Like, yeah, let him die. Yeah. Fuck him. What, a couple months of business? Sorry, if your country can't survive a couple months of business, well, shut it the fuck down. Because things were handled badly over here too. We had a pretty good fresh slate for lockdown. We went from an outbreak down to zero by locking down. As in we had transmission and we cut it off completely. Harder to do that in other places, but damn, the brutality of it. My dad's a doctor, yet his older half-brother and one of his old-time friends, who has a PhD and does EU-funded research, are both anti-vax. Fair enough. I know there are a lot of people out there that are, you know, and not all of them are drongos. But most of them are absolutely drongos, but not all of them. Musk becoming pro-Russia and blocking Ukraine from using Starlink was probably the low point. I didn't hear about that one. That's 100% verified. No hyperbole there. The loud ones, the drongo. Yeah, that's true. Absolutely, Falcone. Of course, my kids had a cough since just after Christmas, just before New Year's. We had COVID at some point around there. Well, it doesn't time up exactly right, and I don't know why he still has a cough. 4 months later, but it does bring up those long COVID situations. Like how. But for as many long COVIDs I've also heard the exact same on the opposite side, right? The vaccinations causing it. Obviously not in Xander's case; he hasn't been vaccinated, but there's certainly a lot of people that have reasonably good evidence to suggest that the vaccine has fucked them up. Yeah, which is pretty bad. But I think that was always going to happen when you mass vaccinate everybody very quickly. I hope that it saved more lives than it cost. That's for fucking sure. But the data seems to support that. Have you played Red Dead Redemption 2 in your fancy new PC? Only briefly, only for a minute. It's beautiful. He stopped Starlink because Russian soldiers were stealing them, and thus it was benefiting them more. Okay, so there's at least two opinions on that pacifier. It's 100% verified. Cut Starlink during a military operation from Ukraine. 100, but specifically, Musk becoming pro-Russia, blocking Ukraine from using Starlink. That's got a certain connotation about it. Is that correct, or is there more to the story? The 4th anniversary of the first lockdown in our country. No shit. That's about right. Yeah. It was about March here too. We got kicked out of our house in the first lockdown, our rental, because the guy who owned the place thought this is the perfect time to knock the house down and build another one. Like, yeah, it's great, but I gotta go look for a new house now. Fucking landlords, right? So I remember it pretty well. Because then we spent a couple years there, and then we got this place for a couple years here. 4 years sounds right. I can't handle Musk being a Russia apologist and saying shit like Ukraine should surrender to save lives. I live in a country that also got attacked by Russia, and fuck that attitude, and fuck Musk. Yeah, fair enough. What his companies are doing, it's scary, and that they are his companies, given the type of shit he does lately, and his opinions on important matters are kind of brain dead. That feels right to me as well. That's the big problem that I have, if I have a big problem. COVID threw everything out of whack data-wise, and it's still hard to get a feel on what is normal again in the economy. Yeah, fucking oath. It changed shit up. Sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. A lot of the working from home perspective, like COVID forced things forward. I went to a parent-teacher interview today with my son, and the parents before me were doing it over over voice chat, and it's like cool. The infrastructure is there now for online learning in many different instruments. Yeah, I can't find a place that will teach guitar or drums where I live. It's all online learning now. Because rather than doing one-on-one lessons with people, they can just make one video and then send it to their kids, right? Which I don't think is a particularly good thing, but I bet it's great for them. COVID changed a lot of industries and shut a lot of things down that were on the way out and kicked off a lot of things that were on the way in. Yeah, working from home for massive corporations and stuff like that. Online learning and all the online a lot of shit. So I mean, it's it's just another little bump in history, isn't it? Where technology and society and culture changed to adapt to a situation, which is what we fucking do. Threw everything out of whack is interesting phrasing, because I mean, I think just everything throws everything out of whack, doesn't it? Whether it's world wars or local wars, whether it's recessions, global financial crisis threw things out of whack as well. You know, there's always some new fucking bullshit that we gotta we gotta deal with. We gotta adjust to and adapt to. I think COVID's the only one that I've seen so heavily politicized because people think that there was a different way to handle it. And I think the misinformation kind of on both sides kind of just got out of hand. Doesn't give me a lot of faith for the uniformity of our species moving forward. That's for sure. The next great fucking challenge that we face, the lines have already been drawn, right? It's gonna be pretty crazy. I work from home full time now. I've been able to relocate to a place where we don't have an office. I'd asked for 1 day working from home pre-COVID and got a firm no. Yeah. Wait, I work from full time now. I assumed from home, Jasper, but that missing word has thrown the context of the sentence out completely. Had asked for 1 day working from home pre-COVID. Right, never mind. The context is back. I'm with it. We're good. You weren't allowed to work from home before, period. Not even for a day. Now, you work from home full time, and you're able to move to a place that better suits you. Fucking amazing, right? Brilliant. A lot of good come out of that, as it does for some people, and a lot of bad for others. But that's just humanity dealing with crises, and that'll never change. Let's have a look. This also came about during an era where literally everything is politicized now. Yeah, it was a pretty rough time for it to come out, wasn't it? Internet still looks like shit. COVID was different due to government handouts globally. First time people have been given straight cash from leaders into their pockets. Some of that is still being felt in the economy today. First time government big. Oh god! Do you just make it up, Heafy? Is that it? That's crazy shit. Where do you get this information from? I know for a fact that the government's been handing out money. The reason why Australia is looked at, you go YouTube Australia during the global financial crisis. We coasted through it and didn't feel the effects of it at all because of government handouts. And we literally had our government saying, here's $1,000, go buy a telly, right? Turns out that the Prime Minister back then was kind of a sick cunt and had a really good idea on how to handle this sort of shit. But that's just one situation. The government have been giving handouts to the populace and especially to corporations for a very, very long time. We're fucking feeling it now. That's true. But I don't know if those two things are connected. Just because we survived the global financial crisis doesn't mean we're feeling it now because we didn't feel it then. I think everybody's feeling it now, and that's because the world's in a completely different place than it was 20 years ago. That's 100% wrong. I'm sorry. Wait, sorry. So, be careful with the pronouns. What's 100% wrong? Are you saying that you are 100% wrong? You are 100% wrong, but it's weird for you to say it in that way. You don't say you say I'm 100% wrong. I'm sorry. When you say it that way, it sounds like you're saying that what I'm saying is 100% wrong. But that can't be wrong because I lived through it. No, Jasper, you're right. It just took me a second. All good. Good old Kevin Rudd. Yeah, absolutely. He knew what was going on. People got up to 20K within 9 months from these handouts. Oh, wait. So, sorry. When you said this was the first time that the government had been giving out handouts, you were saying that it's the first time that governments were giving out handouts of up to 20K within 9 months? Did you mean that? See, this is the problem with having a sense of humor at about a 5th grade level. The brain itself is at about a 5th grade level as well. And that's where these kinds of tactics start to take place. Like if you were arguing with my kid right now, he wouldn't be able to call you on this shit where your little goalposts just jump around like crazy to suit your argument. But I can, because I'm not a fucking idiot. Right? So you can't just say this is the first time in history that governments have been giving handouts to the populace. There's an entire fucking planet, and every government handled it differently. Over here, for example, we were able to draw from our superannuation twice. Different to the rest of the world, right? What exactly are you talking about? And this is unprecedented. There's been plenty of times in history where the government's had to step in and give out money or give access to super or change the rules in order to deal with a crisis. This isn't the first fucking time. It's crazy. Take out a loan like a real patriot. There we go. Still kicking ass, taking on Murdoch media. Yeah, I've seen. I follow him through Geordie's stuff. He definitely seems like a champ. $900 one-time handout versus 20K is a little bit different. Some small businesses got 150K. Depends. It depends on where you live. But I don't disagree that there were handouts. It's just the idea that this is the first time for all governments across the planet. Ridiculous. And we weren't talking about how much. We were talking about whether or not they happened because you specified it that way. Still has the same effect as well, right? Lowering the GDP. Got $2,000 a month for a long time during COVID. My disability check's only $1,308. It's good. It's good. Yeah, I remember all the job seeker and such payments over here went up by a lot as well. My brother was working part-time at the time and was saying that it's better if he doesn't go to work. He gets paid more to stay at home. Wouldn't have minded 20K. I feel like, yeah, I assume you did get paid something, right, Nachos? How did someone get 20? The only 20K I know of is people that were able to draw $10,000 from their superannuation twice. First year and then second year. Like my mum and that did. I think most people did, but of course it's terrible for the country's future, letting people dip into their super. There's a reason why they have super. Back when Kevin Rudd was in government, you were encouraged to increase your super yourself. So that a certain portion, 10% of your salary is automatically put into your superannuation, or your 501k, I think they call it in America. 401k, is that it?
Rejoice, fellow expletives, for one of our executioners
Holds back!
has returned.
Come on, baby. How you doing?
Take up arms.
Oh,
warrior.
one or two.
The battle rages.
And the government was doing it. Every dollar you put in extra, they'll put in $1 extra as well. Yeah. So basic setting up for a future where the government cannot support the populace anymore. So there are no more pensions. Which for me shows a government that's saying, hey, what can we do now to make sure 60 years from now, the people who are coming in now aren't fucked, right? It's really clever. That kind of foresight turned out to be a terrible idea because the world changes so fucking much every fucking 3 years that there's no point. But it was at the time a good thing.
Welcome back.
And then now it's people pulling 20K out. so they can fix shit around the house and whatnot. Infernal Wave, g'day mate. Thanks for 2 months. How you going, dude? What's happening? Got the job seeker increase. It was fantastic, although better than part-time doesn't feel true because the second businesses opened, that money dried right up. Fair. Seemed right. Yeah, I don't know. 20k in 9 to 10 months for people that were out of work for that time because of COVID. That sounds very reasonable. Yeah. So people that were supposed to be going to work, but then their salaries were being paid by the government instead, is what you're talking about, I presume. Makes sense. It'd be easy to justify extravagant Uber Eats purchases during that time because I was being super safe and responsible. Absolutely. Guilt-free. Guilt-free delivery, right? Beautiful. The COVID relief did not run for 9 months. Where? Do you mean in fucking Radelaide? Or Italia? Oh, in Australia. I don't know why we would be specifically talking about one place in the world. I certainly wasn't. It's hard to chat about via text. I always cop that from people that don't want to continue anymore. But whatever. Wanted people not to go to work, paying them more to stay home would do it. Well, you had to, right? Otherwise, those people weren't going to be able to pay their mortgages, and then their mortgages were going to default, and then the banks were going to be fucked. They didn't do it out of the goodness of their fucking hearts.
Conscripted new voters for the next execution. Wonderful.
Thank you, Sam, baby. Welcome back, girl with a golden gun. For 26 months. What's up? The amount may be larger than ever, but that is normal when talking financial stuff. It's always larger than years before. Absolutely. Heavy's claim was that this has never happened before, and then all of a sudden it started to this has never happened to that scale before, and I obviously wouldn't have an argument with that. But as Fane said, with inflation, the scale always looks bigger. But I imagine the government handouts throughout the years and post World War One, post World War Two, during fucking God knows what else.
Rejoice, fellow expletives. For one of our executioners is returned.
Dr. Charger.
Take up arms, warrior.
The battle rages.
The battle rages.
Not much time to catch the show recently, but I wanted to drop in and say you're great as always. Thanks, man. Keeping a massive ass fucking sub up for can't catch the show very often, you champion. Cheers, cunt. Appreciate it. All right, I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to come back and you know what? Let me just do another test now. Really quick, like. And if this doesn't work, then I'll do like a lap around the house, make sure all the devices are turned off. Yep. Fucked it. Yeah, she's dead, Jim. She's fucking dead, mate.
Ah, yes. The smell of proper devotion. Welcome back, old friend. We've missed you.
And the Bam Bam. What's going on, dude? Oh, big kisses all around. Thanks for 38, mate. Cheers. Not with that sense of humor, Heffy. No chance. No way, mate. And I'm not coming on you, by the way, just so you know. It's just the way you proposed that seemed ridiculous. It also seemed perhaps from a completely Australian perspective as well, like Like, you were only talking about this country, even though we were talking about COVID and its global impact. You didn't specify that either, and that's not hard to do in text either. So I don't know. I think maybe you would dig in your own hole a little bit, that's all. Oh, Simmons, a little fucking late to the punch, was it? Undead's come in and just sniped it straight away? Oh, shit.
The smell of proper devotion. Welcome back, old friend. We've missed you.
Easy League Gaming for 45 months. Cheers, baby. Yeah, but before I go for a break, let's have us a little execution, shall we? At this point, I don't even know what the conversation's about anymore. It's moved around so many times. But it did start with the first time people had been given straight cash from leaders into their pockets. And this cunt's Australian and works in the Australian TV and film industry, apparently. There's no way this cunt didn't get a handout from Kevin Rudd, a cash handout during the global financial crisis. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is just a complete fabrication. And then they followed it up with, the 100% wrong, I'm sorry. Now, I thought they meant they were talking about this, which is 100% wrong, I'm sorry. But apparently not. I don't know. I got nothing against Heffy, but if you can't fucking appreciate when you fucked up, and it's just gonna be, nah, it's too hard to discuss like this, there's not a problem. And I'm done discussing it. Whether or not that means this cunt needs to die, well, that's up to you. But I've had enough. Where's the non? There's a non in there somewhere. Oh, Warpstone. I was about to say no. No non from Solid Black is basically a we. But there it is. It was just a little delayed. All right, Heffy. Your last execution, you escaped. You're gonna go down in history, mate. in the world of doggedly attempting to support your claim, rather than saying, you know what, that was a dumb fucking thing for me to say. What I meant to say was, this is the first time that the government's handed out this much money. It's affected the global GDP and inflation this much. Which to then, of course, everybody else would say, yeah, no fucking shit, dickhead. What the fuck? You think we all didn't live through this? What the fuck is the point you're trying to make? We know that. But instead had to make a completely false claim. It was a good kill from Holt, who come in at the very last second of it and sniped it away from the rest of the executioners. Simmons had his eye on him for sure. It was just a couple seconds too late, Sim. Hesitation doesn't kill. That's what they say. You should work in politics, offer your source only when you know you cannot. Yeah, beautifully done. But yeah, what an incredible way to get out of that. Can I post a link? Has got to be some like contextually, and the context will be completely lost for the future, and that's unfortunate. But contextually, one of the best tombstones we've ever seen. All right, we need some tunes, and I'm going to go and see if there's anything in my house that could possibly be causing this fucking problem. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to reset my router and see if that works, and that's going to be a fucking problem for everybody. And if that doesn't work... maybe we paint or something? Probably paint with low bit rate. We'll figure it out. Thought about dropping a 20k in COVID handouts on that dedicated fiber line. I didn't get any handouts because I make enough money. I got fucking nothing. You know what I got from COVID? Nothing. Not a single goddamn fucking thing. Just had to pay extra to have everything fucking delivered. That's all I got. And maybe a bit of an uptick from you cunts. Because there's a couple more people watching Twitch. I didn't get a goddamn fucking thing. Every cunt was at home watching you? Well, I mean, yes. Let's just say my Elden Ring playthrough did pretty well. Okay, Elden Ring playthrough did pretty good. Okay, maybe you're onto something there. Yeah, all right, maybe a little bit, maybe a bit. Not even COVID, not for 2 years. And then when I did get it, fucking Jesus Christ, fuck me right up. Swings and roundabouts indeed. Paid in fucking exposure. Be right back, guys. Enjoy your trip through the low bitrate graveyard. Just think of it like a PlayStation 1 graveyard. Yeah? Totally a vibe. I'll be back in just a minute. Thanks for watching.
Another expletive has returned. Welcome back.